continuation, a series called Gunk. Yeah, Homer Cocktail 4. I have another chat site if you like any of these, you know, kind of videos. It's Homer Cocktail 076. I have music videos. Homer Cocktail 3, Homer Cocktail 11, Homer Cocktail 12. And I'm trying to finish my bit about graduating with a bachelor's, going to Claremont colleges, and economy, family relations, and a couple of other issues. And going off on tangents, not caring too much about you know, the side roads and the time taken to do these videos. You know, I'd rather be a little more thorough than just try to lay it out in a sentence or a paragraph. But I'm trying to explain how my life's become like Van Wilds, or, you know, the movie, or this older character, college student in a movie called PCU, and stuff like this happens. I was talking about the new resource program that one of the Claremont colleges has. It started attending a place called Pitzer when I was 25. It'd take me 5 years to get my communications and liberal arts degrees from a Chaffey Community College in Cucamonga. But something happened. I was talking about AOL in this last piece, and I mentioned about these trailers right here. There's this band called Sleeve. I haven't talked to one of my buddies, John Hewlett, in a few years. We used to, usually I'll mention whole names that just slipped, but I have another buddy named John who grew up near, he's one of my best friends, Fontana. Grew up near him down the street, so anyone with a John, usually it's a one-word thing with me, and, you know, that kind of slipped there. But he was a guitarist in a band called Sleeve, and on their best day, they opened up for Keanu Reeves' band, Dogstar, Club 369, at least in my opinion, for what their best day might have been. They played at the Whiskey and the Roxy and some other places. But the drummer I had a severe falling out with. He used to hang out with me and my buddy Vinny. This place called Miguel's Burrito down the street from Fohi when we were sophomores. No one had a car in the group. And I thought he was a little erratic, like a time bomb. I used to call him Jeff to fuck around with him because we're bored, and he used to throw taco sauce in the middle of the street and watch cars run over, and that was his big thing. We were little nerdy kind of kids in our sophomore year, like anyone else is. But I was over here in a little 25-foot trailer, and there's a Beatles song called Glass Onion, and they start singing about different songs, Strawberry Fields, etc. It's on their White Album. One of my buddies gave me an imported copy of the White Album for one of my birthdays, imported from Britain. And you know, anyway, that's a side story as well. But right over here, there used to be a 25-foot trailer that we bought from our neighbor, and it's different neighbors now. They have the same last name as us. And my dad had a trailer right here with my buddy John, the guitar player. He went with me on January 2nd, 1997. I remember the exact date because it was the day after New Year's. And I bought a off-white Fender Stratocaster with a crate amplifier at Guitar Center across from the Orange Show when it used to be there. They've moved it further down off of Hospitality now. And I used to play mostly acoustic music to pass time right here, right in this little area. And, you know, when I had my trailer here, and it was supposed to be a temporary thing, staying here. You know, it's turned into many years, but it's supposed to be just while I, you know, got through the Claremont colleges. And as far as Glass Onion, I just want to talk about realizing who people are underneath different layers. There's a difference between not in all cases, knowledge and belief. I'll give you an example with this little stick right here. Okay? I'm going to go so far as to say that I know that this stick, when I release it, it's going to hit the ground. It's going to fall because of gravity. Sure enough, right there. And that's knowledge. That's knowledge right there. When you're a kid, you watch Peter Pan. You don't have that knowledge, but you have something called belief. And a kid, when Superman, the movie, first came out in the 70s, at least the version with Christopher Reeves, an 8-year-old child jumped out of a window thinking that, like Superman in the movie, his clothes were going to come off and the Superman uniform is going to come on and he's going to fly away. So there's a difference between belief and knowledge. And as far as cores go, it's the same for people and your true colors and all. And push come to shove and, you know, stuff like that. And I was over here trying to graduate in '98. And I'd always been encouraged, you know, to go to college and every which thing. And the closer it came, the more antagonism I got from, you know, a certain small group of people. It wasn't everybody. And that happens in life. But the culmination of it with my dad, I'm going to segue real quick and talk about Michael Moore, since I have a few minutes. Michael Moore wrote a book called Stupid White Men. And it's a satire in corporate America and modern life somewhat. And he pretty much says, if you want to change things, run for office. And I'm going to use a hypothetical example of someone that does that. Let's suppose you have a friend that says, you know what, man? You should run for mayor. You know, because he's being a little sarcastic and you don't detect it. You should run for mayor. Because you're in a bar and he's talking about BP and an oil spill, whatever, and he's talking about all of these social problems. And someone says, you should run for mayor, man. Oh, I looked into it. In the city of Fontana, it takes something like only 26 signatures. After I read the book, I looked into it to run for city council. I never ran, but you know, I went and found that much out. All you need is 26 signatures, and bam, you could be on the ballot. Anyhow, the sun's finally coming up out there. But imagine the person that says, run for mayor, and you go ahead and do it, and then you actually have success in the polls and stuff. Then all of a sudden, your friend who doesn't want you to succeed, and this is why we're talking about layers and onions and, you know, for the metaphor. And then the person, what's he going to do? Pull the carpet from underneath your feet, possible sabotage or whatever. I talked about crab mentality in another piece where crabs, when they're in a pot and one of them is about to escape, the tendency is for a crab to pull the escaping crab back into the pot there. So one day is the latter half of '98 when I'm about to graduate. My dad is here with with one of his cousins and a buddy, and I'm over there about 40 feet in my trailer. And I had always known intuitively, when I start playing electric, I could always play acoustic with no problem. When I start playing electric, I think he's going to have a problem with this. Because imagine listening to Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan went electric eventually. But imagine listening to those kind of folk songs. And then one day you're listening to Ozzy Osbourne or whatever. And the jump wasn't that radical for me. But I just knew, once I start playing electric, he's going to have a problem. Well, he not only had a problem, but I'm going to simulate it. He came and physically tried to grab me out of my trailer. I was pretty much at the base of some steps that went up here. So what I did is I pushed him with the guitar. And I took karate when I was 10 years old. Something snapped at me, and he was about my size at the time, maybe a little bigger. And I started hitting him as he kept charging me. I never wanted to fight my dad in my life. So eventually, and that was without warning. Eventually, he got on the phone with family. I gotta leave right now. I gotta leave. This is Gunk. I'll finish it next time.